Are you sick of Dizzies in Arena or Guild Wars? Are you pulling your hair out at the sight of literally every defense team having her? Do you got a Destina collecting dust in your closet? Well, dust that dust off her head, cause the miracle you've been looking for was with you all this time. Welcome to my quick guide for Weakling Destina.
Get off of me. Get these hoes up off of me. I'm brushing on my body, trying to get these hoes up off of me.
So, like you, I hate Dizzies. I love and I hate her. I love when I use her, I hate when I face her. Considering her abundance in Challenger and damn, everywhere, including Legend, you have to have a counter to Dizzy. Now, the most common thing to do is outspeed them and kill her before she does her bullcrap, but that's pretty hard when she has a 115 base speed. The other option is Tammy plus a Saria combo, but again, pretty hard to do since, well, you need both of them to pull it off, and Saria needs to be fast. The third route is to have all immunity sets on your heroes, but it's tricky to gear for and loses you out on some subset bonuses, and ML Bale can strip you of that. And the last route is to have high resistance cleansers on the team, you know, Kitty Clarissa, Dingo, and tanky Destina. What I'm showing you today is not tanky Destina. Instead, I'm going to be talking about Weakling Destina, is what I'm dubbing this variant of Destina. So what is Weakling Destina? It's a Destina that's weak. No HP percent gear, no defense percent gear, not level 60 max awakening, but instead, all speed and effect resist if you can, holding Water's Origin. This is a very cheap build to have since it literally requires nothing of your Destina other than level 3 awakening and the gear to reach tolerable speeds. That's it. I have Destinas on all my 3 accounts. They were all collecting dust until I thought of this idea and I geared them all exactly this way. So if you have a level 50 Destina collecting dust unused, well now you can use her if you're struggling with Dizzy leads. If you have a level 60 Destina, I don't think this build would work for her because of the artifact we use, Water's Origin, a 4-star artifact for Soul Weavers that raises combat readiness after losing 20% or more from her life total. That's the key thing making this work, because lead Dizzies or ML Bales don't deal that much damage because they're built fast and probably tanky with high effectiveness. So you need Destina to be weak enough to take 20% or more damage in order for Water Origin to proc, to push her CR up and past most if not all other heroes depending how fast you can make her. Combat readiness is calculated from the top down, but for example's sake, we'll go from the bottom up. Take my Weakling Destina for example, 188 speed. A plus 16 Water Origin increases her CR by 15% when taking 20% damage, so you do 188 plus 15% equals 216. So after taking Dizzy's S3, my Destina would have a speed of a 216 speed unit. Actually more, since going from bottom to top is less speed when calculating this. It would actually be about 10 speed or more equivalent for a total of 226 speed. So she's almost always gonna go right after Dizzy, as teams that use Dizzy as lead usually have slower 180-ish speed teams. But after Dizzy's S3, here's where the magic happens. Dizzy's S3 applies 3 debuffs to your team, meanwhile Destina not only cleanses and heals all that junk from your party, but they also gain CR according to how many debuffs they had, 15% per debuff cleanse. So at max, that's a 45% CR push to your whole team if everyone had 3 debuffs. 60% to anyone with 4 debuffs from say a Sierra Ren or Abyssal Crown Dizzy. so she functions as a ghetto Tammy and Asaria combo, minus the attack buff. But that can be solved by having a attack buffer on your team, and the best thing is, she doesn't need Mola at all, or good gear, or a specific hero to work, like Tammy. Tammy needs max S2 to get to 50% CR push from her S3, but Destina is 15, 30, 45 to 60% out the gate. My damage Dizzy is some 130 speed, and a 45% CR push pushes her way past everyone still, so you can have a team of slow DPSs to shred your enemy. So just wanted to share some fun build I'm using on my Destis to counter Dizzies. No other Soul Weaver or Cleanser can do this. All they do is cleanse and nothing else that turn. But this build can put you ahead of your enemy easily for you to gain the upper hand. And it's an easy win from there, assuming you can handle the other targets. She also doubles as a cleave team enabler to counter lead Dizzies with something like an attack buffer, a defense breaker, and then your cleave DPS like BBK or Celestial Mercedes, or Vildred or Judge Kisei with Soulburn, etc, etc, without the need of Tywin or Oxlots, or the absolute best speed gear on a CR pusher. Of course, MLBell still is a pain in the neck, so if you want to counter him like Dizzy, then you're gonna need high effect resistance on your gear as well as speed. This is where she loses to warriors like Kitty or Dingo as an MLBell counter, since they can reach higher resist due to the artifact, Strat Gauntlet, but still, it's not impossible to resist them with Destina. My Destinas don't have that, since I haven't farmed or upgraded any resist gear, but that's something I can work toward eventually, and then have both an MLBell and Dizzy counter in one unit, which is most of the leads in Challenger 3 and higher, where you start seeing a lot less CR pushing teams around there. And Legend is just filled with those ML teams and Dizzy. So one last recap, Destina needs to be weak. I would say below 9k HP and below 900 defense is good. The less awakenings the better, but at least be a level 3 awakening for the skill upgrade. Try to aim for 180 or more speed if you can. That'll ensure Destina gets pushed to the front always, but of course the faster the better. But you may also want effect resist for Bale, or to resist ML Aura or Abyssal Crown Dizzy, which if you don't have effect resist can stun your Destina and ruin the whole thing. Immunity set can handle Abyssal Crown Dizzy and ML Aura if they have no strip, so that's an option as well though. And yeah, upgrade Water Origin. Level 30 is a 20% CR push, which is pretty huge. Your DPSs should be around 130 speed at worst, and not use immunity sets, and they have to be slower than Destina. You want them with debuffs, so she pushes them up for you to win the game. They can be stunned, slapped, or silenced, who cares, as long as Destina isn't, they'll all be cleansed. The only counter to this is Judge Kisei, as she'll extend your cooldowns, which can't be cleansed, but no one runs her on defense, or at least she's far and few in between. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this weird idea I had. Put your Destinas to good use, because the beast of the west has a flat chest, but she's also the best at putting Dizzies to rest. Dang son, bars. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you like Destina. Comment down below how you use Destina, or what you're using to deal with the Dizzy Cancer meta, and subscribe for more wacky Epic 7 epicness.